My name is Corey Jones, and in this video I'm going to show you how to properly package small items using a foam machine. When using the foam machine, a few different things you need to be aware of before you use it. You should always turn on the machine and let it warm up. This liquid does get really hot, and you want to avoid any contact with the foam itself. In order to package the material, you're going to use these bags here. We have two different types of bags. Just a regular and a bag. You want to pull out your bag. After your machine is warm, I've already done the initiative to turn it on beforehand, before the video was placed. I already had located my material, packaged it properly. I saran wrapped it just so in case if any liquid were to make contact with it, it wouldn't have any contact directly. And I've already done the initiative of making the box, properly taping it on the corners and on the back. You always want to make sure that the boxes are properly taped. Again, this is going to be UPS. The package could be handled inappropriately, so we just want to make sure we do our job right to package it, just so it can get to its destination safely. So I'm going to use this bag, and before I do this, I just want to explain a little bit. When you use this liquid foam, it'll come out fast and it'll mold against your material. So before I do it, I just want to explain to you just how it works, because it will be more of a fast pace than like preparing an order or doing something else. This is a lot different. So you're going to want to pour your liquid in here. When you have your liquid in there, it's going to start expanding more or less instantaneously. You want to hold the top so the foam stays in here, doesn't leak out into the box or to touch the material. You want to place it in here. Once you have it in here, it's going to start expanding. And when it starts expanding, you want to put your material inside. You don't want to push your material down towards like the bottom of the box. If you do that, it's not going to have any support. You just want to kind of let it sit in there, let it mold against your material. That's going to be for the bottom half. I'll explain to you more on the second half when we do the top side. So I'm going to do this again. It's kind of a fast pace. Pour the liquid inside. Fold the top over. Place it inside here. As you can see, it's already expanded. You want to place your material inside. Again, don't press it down a lot. You do not want it touching the floor. You can push the sides down to make the pressure nice and smooth against the material. You don't have any spaces or holes. You want to make sure it's all full and molded properly. This liquid foam, it will harden up. So when you have the bottom half, you can always just double check. You can pull out your material. As you can see here, it molded around the material perfectly. There's no spaces, no holes, properly safe. You can put your material back in there. And before doing the second half, here we'll always take a picture to make sure that we ourselves package the material properly and it's the proper material, proper color, proper finish, proper size. We use a tablet here at our company. I'll just simply take a picture of how I packaged it and the material itself. You always want to take a picture of the pick list too, containing the material, so you can add them up together. So you'll take a picture of your pick list containing the material, the size, finish, and then how you package the material itself. I pull it out just to take a picture of the quantity and the color. Make sure to take a nice clear picture. Now that you've finished taking your picture, we're going to do the second half. That's going to be the top layer. Top layer is really important too, just as important as the bottom layer. You want to make sure you don't put too much in the bag, because then you're going to have an overflow. Just want to kind of put a little bit, since we're using a small box, just you're not going to use as much liquid as if you're using a bigger box. just be aware of the size and the space you have. So I'm gonna pull second bag. I'm going to put liquid inside. Again, it's more of a fast process, so I'm going to explain before I actually do it. I'm going to pour the liquid inside, fold the bag over just like I did to the bottom half, place it on top. It's going to mold against the top. What I do, I usually close it after I put the foam in and it starts molding. I apply some pressure after I close the lid on the box, just so it doesn't have any overflow, you know. And once it's dry, it's cooler, you can open it back up and check the safety of your material. Make sure there's no spaces, gaps, just to be sure that it's properly secure. So I'm gonna pour the foam in and let the rest do its job. Fold it over, place it inside, push it around to make sure it's molded around the material properly and safely. Close the lids. Apply some pressure. This will only take a few seconds, if that. Again, you don't want to make contact with the liquid. It is really hot, so just be aware of that as you're doing it. Apply some pressure. Let it sit. Then you could open the box and check your job. So here you can see it, perfectly flush. You could remove it. As you can see here, it molded perfectly against the material. All your sides are covered perfectly. So you got your bottom half, your material in the middle, which molded around the liquid foam. Your job is good. You want to place it back on. Close your box. Tape it. Always make sure to tape everything good, because the handling, because the people that handle it, we don't know how they're going to handle it. So always make sure that we do our job properly, so wherever it's going, it'll get to its destination perfect, nice and safe. Cut the tape off. So when you're done doing that, you have your picture. You prepared it perfectly. You want to turn off your machine. And again, on the pick list, it's going to have a prepared by. For UPS, for orders, for anything that goes out of this building, you would need a pick list. And in the pick list, it would contain prepared by column. I did the order. I prepared it. So I'm going to assign it. You would then give this pick list to the office along with the material, because they need to print out the labels to be shipped out.